this painting incredibly important in Ed Mell's career. And why? It has to do with what it is and time frame. And the backstory. Now here's the backstory. A guy named Jerry Foster was this important helicopter pilot. He worked for KPNX in Phoenix, and he was doing a show called Sky 12. And they would go to the Colorado Plateau and do imagery and stories. Well, Ed knew a man named Tom Krasinski who hooked him up with this man, Foster. They met in '79, and by late April of 1980, Ed gets a ride. He does over 1,000 photographs that first time, super important to his career. So you have this individual, Jerry Foster, who gets Ed above the sky so he can start doing these perspective pieces. Now, why is that important with this cowboy piece? Well, it's Jerry Foster's. He buys this in 1981 from Ed. And this really is the Rosetta Stone for the cowboy pieces that he's going to do. Even the name, it's called Headin' for Dirt. And that name of For Dirt is kind of a play on, okay, I'm going to do some cowboy things related to the Old West. And Ed didn't know exactly what those are going to be, and they will actually transform into his first sculpture in '85, Digging In 1985. He'll also do Jackknife. This is the beginning right here. And Foster recognizes this is important, and probably is why he got this piece. And he liked Ed Mell, and he liked his paintings. So if you look at this piece, you can see it's got all this movement that's going on. And it's a complete different subject matter for Ed. He hasn't done anything like this before. This is done in 1981. So rarely do you get a piece that runs through your hands. This will be in my auction, actually. That is so important. And I know it's important historically for when this all began for these type of cowboy pieces, but it's also important because of Jerry Foster. He's the guy who gets Mell above the horizon so he can see down, and it changes the way he sees perspective and his life. This truly is the Rosetta Stone for Ed Mell.